What's going on, guys? We're here for halftime edition of the Connor and Mark Show. Eagles-Buccaneers at halftime. The Buccaneers are up 21-7 after a really bad first half offensively, as well as defensively. It's just not altogether just a bad half of football. We're for the Eagles again. Alongside Mark Rogers, I'm Connor Gabe. We are going to be breaking down first half stats, what we saw in the first half, and what the Eagles need to do in the second half to try and come away with a victory here this Thursday night. Mark, the Eagles came in as a 7-point dog at home. They are down 14. Another week in a row. The offense is spiraling out of control. It seems like they have no game plan whatsoever. I don't know what Nick Sirianni does during the week, but it'd be nice if he could draw up a game plan to get these players in better situations. But the offense has not played well. I believe Hurts has thrown for about 50 yards, 54 yards to be exact.
54, yep.
Yeah, 54 yards. Once again, Miles Sanders is not involved in the game plan. Other than that first drive, the first drive they had, which they were bailed out of a pass interference that happened inside the 5. They have really garnered no offense at all, and it's just really been a piss poor effort once again by the Philadelphia Eagles. And as well as the defense came out slow. They were giving up. They're doing what Gannon usually does. They're playing a lot too high safety, giving up a lot over the middle. And Brady was doing what he does best, is taking what he was given, and it really does not have been a good start to this Thursday game.
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much summed it up. That's really what it comes down to, the game plan that the Eagles came out with. And like you said, really non-existent. Hurts 5 for 14, 54 yards, touchdown and interception. Miles Sanders, 1 rush for 1 yard. And again, I know that we shouldn't be, really focusing on the run game so much with this banged up Buccaneers secondary, but you gotta switch it up a little bit, and 1 run for 1 yard is just not going to get it done. In terms of receptions, the top reception getter right now is Zach Ertz with 2, and Watkins, Smith, and Sanders are all tied with 1. So again, just a really, really bad offensive effort. The defense hasn't really bailed out this offense too much, other than a few, good plays on third down. But outside of that, it's really been poor. And honestly, Connor, I don't even know how it's 21-7 at this point. It really should be a 21, or it really should be a 28-7 game. And before I throw it back to you, I mean, one of the biggest things that we were discussing, pregame and coming into this was time of possession. And time of possession is really strongly in favor of the Buccaneers. 21 minutes and 5 seconds time of possession for the Bucs, 8 minutes and 55 seconds for the Eagles. So again, a ginormous margin there. And if they don't cut that down by significantly, I think they're going to really have a really tough time of getting back into this. So throw it back to you, because it's pretty much.
So the stats for Jalen Hurts after that first Eagles drive that led to a touchdown for Zach Ertz. Jalen Hurts is 3 of 10 for 26 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception, and a passer rating of 0.0. So, as well as 11 rushing yards. The Eagles have 73 yards of offense in the first half. And the last 4 drives for the Eagles after that touchdown drive, they had 3 3-and-outs and then the interception by Jalen Hurts. So it's, again, just an awful offensive performance by this Eagles. This Eagles team. It really is. It really is remarkable that they're still in this game. Kind of. I mean, Brady has been efficient. He's been taking what the Eagles defense has been giving him, and he's been playing up to obviously his standard so far. Even given the thumb injury he had coming into this game, as well as Gronk being out. And really, the most troubling thing, I think, Mark, at this point, is how banged up this secondary is for Tampa Bay. They lost Richard Sherman, who was probably the most notable name in the secondary right now, and they still can't move the ball on this defense. It really is that bad, and I
was just gonna say, I mean, really every time, and we were talking about it during the game. I mean, every time Hurts goes to throw the ball, it looks like no one's open. It looks like no one can get open. And you really just don't have confidence when this guy steps to the line in third and, whatever the situation may be, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 6. Even a lot of these that they've been facing because of all these 3-and-outs, 3rd and 10. So again, it's really remarkable, like you said, how they're really in this game. And just to touch on the other side of the ball, I mean, the defense, how many missed tackles, how many have they had tonight? And how many yards has that resulted into? I know that one drive I probably counted about 25 yards just in missed tackles alone, resulting, for the Bucs to go down and score with Fournette driving it in there. So again, it's sloppy on both ends, and it's really going to be a major tide to turn this around.
It's incredible looking at the box score. I mean, listen, Hurts has 20 yards rushing with 6 attempts. The only person who's gotten a handoff is Miles Sanders, and he has 1 attempt for 1 yard. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. And listen, Mark, I don't know. I really don't get why they don't run the football. I mean, I understand the old style. You just got to get down, run a high formation, and run the football and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I get, that crowd can be silly at times, but you can't run the football to another player once. In a half with essentially a rookie quarterback, which he's not playing well.
No.
And to expect him to have any success whatsoever, especially against a good defense. So I'm not surprised they're going pass heavy in this game, but this has been something that's been happening week in and week out. And, back-to-back weeks of this offense looking awful, and it has everything to do with the play calling of Nick Sirianni and the ability for him to draw up a competent game plan, and he just can't do it. And, a lot of this for Jalen Hurts is learning on the job. And we even though I am hard on him, and I do, think he should be playing better, you have to give him the benefit of the doubt because he's a 23-year-old kid. Nick Sirianni should be more prepared for this job than Jalen Hurts is his job.
I agree, 100%. And it doesn't seem like that with the amount of times
Jalen Reagor sucks. He can't make a play. He's a first-round pick. Can't make a single play. He has three targets, no catches at all. Devontae Smith, you just don't. I don't know. You're not going to get much done when you go 3 and out 3 times in interception, but it's just a lot of eck.
Well, we saw some of their short crossing routes that we were talking about as well in the first quarter leading into the second quarter. And the problem with Hurts, and again, I know we have to give him the benefit of the doubt, with how young he is and still learning, but those throws have to be quick. They have to be right out. And you see the stats on some of these top quarterbacks in the league. The ball's in and out. The ball's out of their hand in less than 3 seconds. And with those short crossing routes with Devontae Smith, he's doing his job. The speed of Quez Watkins is doing his job. I think the problem with Jalen Hurts is he's just holding on to the ball a little bit too long. And I think he needs to get it out quicker to these speedier guys to pick up short yardage. And that's really what Tom Brady's doing to the Eagles right now. They're gashing them for short yardage, and they're just marching down the field.
If you're one of these pass rushers for Tampa Bay, I mean, you got to be feasting because they're not going to run the football at all. So why not just keep teeing off and see you can get to Jalen Hurts? And they've got, Shaq Barrett almost got him at the end of the first half.
Twice.
Yeah, Jason Pierre-Paul. These guys, they have a good defensive line. And I understand you're not going to be able to run the football on them with a lot of success, but just dropping back a rookie quarterback, he's got to pass a lot. I mean, they could still probably run a normal offense to start the second half.
Yeah.
But if they don't get anything here, and then they're going to throw out the rest of the game. So we'll get the rest of the stats here for the first half. Passing yards 186 to 52, Tampa Bay. Time of possession 21 minutes for Tampa Bay and 9 minutes for the Eagles. First downs, Tampa Bay has 16. The Eagles have 5. Only 1 penalty. I guess that's the only bright spot for the Eagles first half. It's been a really bad year penalty-wise for them. And
no false starts.
I mean, it's
that.
Yeah. I mean, and the Eagles do have 1 sack, and the Buccaneers have none. But yeah, just total plays. Buccaneers have 40. Eagles have 22. Altogether, it's just another piss poor half, and it's just I understand they're probably not going to win this game because Tampa Bay is more talented, but it's just you like to see a little bit of fight, and they don't really show a lot of fight. So.
It's really not even a fight at this point. It's really just establishing, some drives. It's establishing some possessions. It's getting rhythm. It's finding that identity, and like we said earlier in this game, this offense and this defense really has no identity. The only identity that they have. And it's funny we attribute this to the Phillies, but it's the inconsistency. They look great, in the fourth quarter last week, and you think it's going to carry over to the game this week, and it's anything but that. So, I totally agree with fight and all that. But you got to make the throws. You got to establish a rhythm. You got to find an identity, and all of that's really non-existent right now.
If the identity is drop Hurts back 50 times a game and let him sling it and just run around, like you're not going to win any football games, and you're not putting your rookie quarterback in a good enough situation for that success. Yeah.
Yep.
It just comes down to that. I mean, the Miles Sanders thing. I don't know what Sanders has done to this coaching staff and what kind of dirt. Yeah, I don't know what he does. I don't know what it is. They just don't like him.
Can't touch the ball.
They're not giving it. It's not like Kenny Gainwell is getting more touches than him. They're not giving the ball to Kenny Gainwell either.
Yeah.
So what's the plan here? What are we doing? I don't know. It's week in and week out. It's very odd and frustrating. It's just a ill-prepared team. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you have anything else you want to say before we go to second. I mean, here I'll talk to you. What did they have to do on this first? Because if they want to stay in this game, they have to get a touchdown. I think on this first drive. I think honestly, I mean, it's still a short margin at 14. So I mean, again, I know this is going to sound crazy because they don't do it at all, but try to run the ball a little, eat some time up, eat some of that time possession. I know I said in the pregame, one of the biggest things and one of the biggest keys to this game is evening out that time possession or getting it as close as you can. And right now, I believe it's in double digits as the margin. I believe it's at 11 minutes between the Bucs and the Eagles. So gain some time of possession here, run a few screen plays, run a few, plays where Hurts in and out of his hands, get some rhythm. You have time on your side. You're not down 35-7. You're down by 2 touchdowns. Take your time, establish a drive, establish rhythm, get down the field, cut it to 21-14, and you're back in the ball game like nothing really ever happened. They still have a chance to make this game up and again, make us forget about the piss-poor play that has been put forth so far. All right. Well, the prop bets from pregame, we talked about Brady, 2.5 touchdown passes. He's at 2 already. He looks like he probably eclipsed that in the second half. Hurts pass attempts, 38.5. He's at 14. I'd imagine he goes over. He's not on pace for doing it, but I think it's kind of setting up to be like that. And it looks like second half's about to start. Hurts receiving yards, 45.5. He's not on pace to get it. He's at 21, but I still think he's going to get it. He's got a lot of targets. And Evans receiving yards, we both went under on this. I don't know if he has a catch yet.
He has one, I think, for 23.
22 yards. 22, so it looked bad at first, but he's at 22 now. So all right, we're gonna go back. Second half, Eagles. Big first half drive here. We'll be back here though on the Connor and Mark Show YouTube page for post game, and you can see us there. So we'll see you guys. Good luck for the Eagles and go Birds.
Scare Birds.